Moonlight Cookie has recently received her crystal gem, and it has mixed receptions. So I want to see how good she is myself by being a Moonlight main for a week. Since I'm going to be a Moonlight main, I have to use her in every activity I do whenever possible. I can use time jumpers, but only when I've proven that she works in that content. Well, without any more shenanigans, subscribe and let's start.
Yeah!
I started day 1 by completing the remaining episodes of the Song of the Night. I've already used Moonlight Cookie for this Cookie Odyssey chapter since the day her crystal gem dropped, so there isn't really a surprise here. I just slapped in this OP AoE damage team, just identify the cookies yourself, and clear this episode pretty comfortably. I was supposed to fight the big baddie of this chapter after, but there was apparently an episode I missed, so I cleared it with the same Moonlight team. After that, I went straight to the biggest baddie of this chapter. Moonlight Cookie was really good against this moon thingy. Her ticks helped remove the boss's HP shield relatively well. Paired with White Lily, the HP shield was non-existent. Overall, one of the easiest episodes of the Odyssey chapter. After doing the Song of the Night, I needed some charged cookie powder for my Dark Cacao Plus, so I had to do some bounties.
I usually just time jump for this.
But because I can't, I just paired Moonlight with 4 OP cookies, and they shredded this real fast. Moonlight Cookie didn't seem to shine here though. After that, I was afflicted with drowsy, so I slept. Now it's the afternoon, and I have so many stamina jellies, so I used them. I really wanted to ascend my wild berry so I can also have an OP arena team. So I just slapped Moonlight Cookie in Frost Queen's place and did 3 easy runs. I also wanted to ascend Financier, so I also did 3 easy runs there. After that, I went on to the part I dread the most. Editing. Just kidding. Arena. I started with a team I used to troll enemies when I was in Elite 5-3, but with Moonlight Cookie in White Lily's place. Now, you may be asking,
How is this a troll team?
simple. The treasures and a +5 Crystal Gem Moonlight. Anyway, it worked against this non-meta team, but it didn't work with this meta one. After that, I encountered an Elite 1 player. I just changed the treasures, because why not, and Stormbringer. I lost terribly. Financier sucked, so I placed Stormbringer back and won against this opponent. Afterwards, I wanted to challenge this team. I had a gut feeling to change Stardust treasures from 5 Swift Chocos to 5 Juicy Apples. Plot twist, it didn't work. Plot twist again, Stardust actually had 5 Swift Chocos. It didn't equip. Anyway, the rest of my battles were from non-meta teams. So,
It's a skip for me.
it's update time! But I was busy, so I didn't play much. Though here's a Gacha clip for you. Never mind. I started the real day 2 by doing my bounties. Then I proceeded to the dialogue stop for the Song of the Night. Boring, so skip. Afterwards, I farmed for Wild Berry and Financier Soulstones again, but I used a team where Moonlight is the moon in the night sky, and not the star, because there's only one moon in our sky. You get that. Moonlight devoured the Wild Berry episode, as well as the Financier one. After that, I wanted some Beasties action, so I farmed the 412 hard mode. I forgot why. I used this team first. It was pretty successful. I then switched Creme Brulee with Cream Ferret, and it successfully failed to clear this episode. Cause I've had enough of this, I decided to go to 419. I just made some very minor team adjustments. It was honestly great. Until it wasn't. I wanted to de-stress, so I pulled on the legendary costume Gacha. It ended up bringing more stress. After that, I did some guild things. Then I did some Cookie Alliance Master Mode for the Time Jumpers. I used this versatile team, good against AoE and single target scenarios. This team cleared the first chapter pretty well. This team could have even done it faster if not for this mishap.
Bye, have a great time.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
But still, chapter 1 was easy for this team. Chapter 2 was also pretty manageable too as a whole. It's just taking a bit more time per wave. Chapter 3 seems like the place where Moonlight really shone. Her sleep debuff drew the line between getting 18 time jumpers and 19 time jumpers. I was able to clear waves 9, 10, and 11 pretty okay. Then came the last stage of chapter 3. I don't know what happened, but I stopped because I got my time warpers. It's definitely not because my Moonlight team pieced out. Day 3 was pretty tame compared to the other days. I just did some bounties, farmed some soul stones, and did some gacha. Then I went to the highlight of this day, farming for the crystal gem of my favorite legendary mage, Frostbean. I used Moonlight here with these very expensive cookies, and the results were legendary. In a bad way. So I just used my own Frostbean and used this epic cookie.
Voila!
Here's it.
Ara, ara.
I wasn't able to play, so... At day 4, I was kinda getting bored with Moonlight. I started the day with the same old... And... Then I did some totally not Moonlight related gacha things. They were all cursed. After that, I farmed for beasties and I started with 412 using this team. It didn't work. So I went to 413, swapped out a cookie, and Moonlight still got deleted. I tried a different build, and Moonlight was still unalive. So I did the tried and tested method of using Rebel Cookie.
Hello there.
And it was game changing. Like I really had a good time.
You thought there was a catch, didn't you?
After that, I finally did some guild battle action. I wanted to use Moonlight in the Living Abyss, but it wasn't available.
So let's use her against the dragon.
I just placed her where Rebel is supposed to be in the Spoon Juice team, and I expected this team to be tickling the dragon, because there's no Linzer. Like you get me right, there's no Linzer. But while Moonlight didn't lose the team by any means, she didn't hold it back as much. Overall rating for this guild battle? She's here. She's here. Day 5 was probably the most boring. I was just doing a routine of soulstones farming, beasties, bounties, guild battle, and right, arena. But it's all low level. So skip. In the past 5 days, Moonlight has proven herself to be a solid cookie in PvP and PvE content, and that's without her full Crystal Gem potential. She deals enough damage, more than Black Pearl at max Crystal Gem level, but not more than a Frost Queen at the same investment level, which is reasonable since she also provides a debuff resist, which is great in Cookie Alliance where the CC on your cookies makes it or breaks it. Her only major weakness is she's pretty squishy, but overall, a solid S. But I won't main her because she bores me.